Uh, I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going. Take it, Josh.
Viral.
Mm-hmm.
Banks, congratulations. We did it. We did it, man. We
200?
did it.
200? Are we up to 200 episodes? Is that it?
Actually, I think might be 202 we're talking on right here. So we've already passed 200.
All right.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
But we did it. You and I have stayed friends a year, 1 year.
Yeah, something like that, probably. Maybe more than a year.
We've done this 200 times and we're still friends. Wow.
Yeah, 200
we
days.
Did it. We did it. We're monetizing this this podcast.
Not quite yet. we're still in tilling the land and planting the seeds. We haven't gotten the harvest yet.
All right, we're good.
We rock the vote.
We rock the vote.
We did it.
Uh,
As of today,
yeah,
6 million people have voted. As of this point in the election cycle in 2016, it was something like 80,000, 90,000 people.
No way.
It's like 70 to 100 times the number of people that voted in 2016 have already voted this year. We've done it, man. We've rocked, and it's only going to get better.
Look
and
at
this
my
is
hair.
early.
My hair's sticking out. People, you know what this says? This says to me that people, Americans, citizens, eligible voters, are energized enough to be a part of their country.
Let me paraphrase that for you. We still give a shit. We still freaking give a shit.
We do.
Congratulations.
We do. I love that. I love it. I did a talk a couple days ago on voting, and I did some research, and I realized that in 2016, roughly 136 to 139 million people voted. I got differing amounts. And that in this election cycle, around 156 million will vote. So it will be in the 60 to 70 percentile of eligible voters will vote. Which
we might hit 75% at the rate we're going. It's that, at least according to early voting, it's very, very promising.
Oh my gosh, that is so great. We as Americans, we care. I don't cuss on the show. I just did. We care. I didn't want to. We care. We care. We care enough to register, to look up who you want to vote for, to vote, to get the ballot in. And we're not even at early voting yet, are we? Any states early voting? Florida's
that's how they're counting it. So the states that are open for early voting have already received 6 million votes, where those same states had only received less than 100,000 in 2016.
Yeah, but those states, I mean, I don't know if any state has it. Maybe some states have started early voting. I'm talking about vote by mail is one, early voting is where you go, and then the day of voting. So there's basically three. Is there early voting going on, like in Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Some states starts 30 days before early voting. Some states have just receiving ballots, but they're counting all of it. There's a I can't remember the name of the website, but they're keeping track of this, and it's fascinating.
How many people are voting?
Yeah. So yes, we do still give a shit, and all it took was the most authoritarian. It only took the worst president we've ever had in the United States in our history to activate people.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think that's one variable. I mean, there are other variables. We are in the middle of a racial reckoning in our country
because of the worst president we've ever had. We're all going to go back to this. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. The guy stokes racial claims. Okay.
We are in a pandemic, the first one in.
Okay. Also, no, we're not just in a pandemic. We've lost 200,000 lives because the president abdicated all responsibility and authority over controlling it with no plan, no regard for anything. But go ahead.
Okay. I think your point is that people are voting because of these variables that are happening, and you're taking it to one variable. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give it to you. My thought is that people don't care. It's not affecting their lives. It's not affecting their lives. 211,000 people in America have died from this virus. Each person that's died probably knows about 100 people, so that 100 people know that. So 100 times 200,000 people is 20 million. So this has affected personally. I'm making numbers up here. I mean, I'm just adding up. 20 million people in our country have been personally affected by this virus. So
by the deaths, you're saying, right?
By the deaths. By the deaths.
Not by economic.
Right. I'm just saying the deaths. Now, 22 million people have lost their jobs in this span.
30.
So 30 million. Okay. So roughly 30 million people have been affected economically by this. So we've got, and I'm sure there's overlap. I'm sure there's Venn diagram of that. So we've got 20 million and we've got 30 million. So we maybe have 50 or 40, maybe 30, maybe 40 million that have been affected by this individually. Most of us, and this is something that I was talking to somebody about yesterday, and that is, how much does a president affect your life? Let's look back in history. I mean, most presidents did not affect my life. I was not an Iran hostage during Carter's time. I was not in Vietnam War to affect me during Nixon's time.
You weren't black during Reagan's time. Sorry.
The point I'm saying is, do presidents really affect you that much? And how much power do presidents really have to affect individual lives?
It's again, it goes back to the ripple effect. So all this stuff you're talking about, in fact, there's a study out there, I don't know if you've seen it, that says, had the president acted 2 weeks sooner on the shutdown, 82% of the lives lost would not have been lost. So that's about 160,000 people that would not have died had we shut down the country, per health experts, 2 weeks sooner. But he would just want to say, it's going away, it's not a big deal, don't worry about it. And he openly admitted to lying to it. So to not blame it, to not at least have some culpability is, to me, ludicrous. And I think people see that. I think people are making that political connection. They're saying, this guy screwed up, my life is screwed up as a result, he's out. And I think that's a motivating factor.
For people to vote. Okay, I got it. Yeah. This is all woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, okay.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah.
That's our expression of displeasure. Our expression of displeasure in this country is voting. That's one of the key ways to do it.
Okay. However, here's the point. Do you think we need to get to this point in order to go 75% of us are voting? You know, like 3 out of 4 people are voting. One person is not going to vote, whatever reason they want to.
Yes, and I'll give you the perfect analogy.
Okay, go ahead.
When do people actually truly quit smoking? After the heart attack, after they get the stent placed in their aorta, after they see a doctor and the doctor says, you're freaking dead, after they get throat cancer, after we need to be freaking hurt. We have to be in a dire straits before we get energized and mobilized at this level. Yes.
Why does it take this? Why? I mean, why? We're human?
We're human. We're motivated by pain more than pleasure. It's just the way.
We're motivated by fear more than pleasure, by fear more than love. Is that what you're saying?
Pain more than pleasure, fear more than love. Yes. You don't like it, man. I'm sorry.
I do not like it. I want people to, I can't change human behavior. I can change my behavior, and that's what I do.
Yeah, and I want rainbows every day and Care Bears to burst out with shit coming out of their stomachs and make everyone feel good. Dude, we all want, and Donald Trump wants a gold toilet. Everybody wants something. But then there's reality.
Okay. We live in. Yeah, want is a word we need to discuss sometime. I don't know if we have enough time to discuss it now. No, one does not. So it looks like 75% of people will vote, maybe more.
Pop the streamers. I think this is the best sign you've ever seen for our democracy, ever.
Wow. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that is, wow, that is great. A year ago, about 2 years ago, I wanted to affect the election in a positive way, and the way I wanted to affect it. And I started my morning, affirmations. And what I wanted to do was to increase the amount of people in my county that vote and to increase the amount of people in the country to vote, eligible voters. And I think it might be coming to fruition. Here was my original. My original was I want 200,000 people in Lake County to vote. Last election, about 176,000 voted. There's about 270,000 that live in my county. So that was one. The other thing is I wanted 5 million more people in the United States to vote. 5 million. That was my number. And yes, a couple of days ago when I was doing the research, I realized that they're estimating about 20,000 more people are going to vote. 20 million. I'm sorry, 20 million more people. I wanted 5 million more people to vote. It's 20 million is what's going to happen. Yeah, we're just.
So we needed this. We
needed finally this. Jumping out of the pot. The pot's so hot, we're jumping out of the pot.
That's why. Yeah, exactly. The pot is finally hot enough.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd Places going viral. Yeah.